Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have not recorded a video beauty related in a really long time, and my past videos are all pretty cringy, so don't even watch those. So if you're new here, that makes two of us. Welcome to my channel. So let's move on from the chit chat and talk about what you're here to see, perfumes. I love fragrances. I love perfumes. I like smelling. Okay, that sounds really weird. I don't like smelling people. I like when people smell nice. I like when I smell nice. I like when people compliment me on how I smell. That kind of stuff, because I think good hygiene just means you have your life figured out. At least I pretend like I have my life figured out. Anyways, let's continue. So, it's so weird not having a viewfinder. Like, I'm just kind of like, where do I look? So if I'm totally like looking here in the video, I'm sorry. It's just because I haven't talked to a camera in so long and I'm nervous, as you can tell. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So I'm gonna start with my celebrity fragrances, and I'm not gonna go into too much depth with my perfumes.
The top note is bergamot, and that develops into a soft, lush red wine.
I'm not gonna do that because I think it doesn't really help the majority of us. Obviously, if you guys have a great sense of smell and you know fragrance as well, I think it is very helpful, but for the majority, I think it's just important just to hear like when you would wear this type of perfume and what kind of smell it is.
And if you want a more in-depth review on any perfume, let me know and I will do that for you.
I'm gonna start with my celebrity fragrances, and I want to put out a quick disclaimer. Just because something is a celebrity fragrance, don't be embarrassed to tell people what you're wearing. Don't be embarrassed to buy it. Only, listen, it's your body, it's your scent. If you want to wear Paris Hilton or Britney Spears, go for it. Everyone's body chemistry is different, and on some people that might smell better than Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. My first one is, I think every girl has smelled this, or at least owned it, or seen it. This is Britney Spears Fantasy. It comes in this cute pink bottle with the green crystals. Mine I got when I was 14, so I think it has gone bad. Smells fine, the bottle, but when I spritz it on, let's check. Oh no, this is bad. I need to throw this out. It has already an alcohol type of residue. Anyway, when this is good, this smells like a very sweet scent, a very young scent. So I don't think there's any age restrictions for perfume, but if you're maybe a teenager and you're looking to try wearing perfume and you want something sweet, something girly, this is perfect. A good everyday scent, and it smells a lot like white chocolate. There's some kiwi in there, so it kind of balances out. It's not too like boom sweet like Pink Sugar, if you've smelled that by Aquilina. I think this one's still alright, like on the borderline, but very sweet if you like that. So that's the first one. Next we go into Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears. This is a beautiful fragrance. I like this more than the original Fantasy. I think this one is great for nighttime, also for a young teen or even early 20s, up to you. It's just kind of fun, fruity scent. If you like fruit in your perfumes, you will love this. And it's like a blueberry, like just a deep, I think there's some plum in this, like very deep, like dark fruits, like blackberries, blueberries, all that kind of stuff. So this one's really great as well. I think this one's a bit better than the original, but again, everyone has their own taste. The next one is Hidden Fantasy. This is the third fragrance released, no, not the third, I'm sorry, the third Fantasy fragrance released by Britney Spears. Comes in this beautiful red bottle and rose gemstones. This one, out of all the Fantasies, is the most mature. And by mature, I do not mean mature like old granny, rose smell. No, not at all. This is just more developed. Like if you have the original Fantasy, which is just girly and pink and cotton candy and cupcakes, this one is more of a fancy like dessert. Like if you go to a restaurant and you have the option to order a chocolate souffle or a orange tart with some fancy sauce on top, this would be the second one. It's more developed. basically, if you like citrus scents, if you like oranges, lemons, that kind of thing, you will love this. And the base in this actually has a type of cake in it. I think it's Neapolitan cake, you know, the chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. That's in the base. So this scent is not at all like just pure citrus. It's like a very sweet citrus. It's like a orange creamsicle, but more mature, if that makes sense. So I really like this one. I think this is my second bottle as well. Then I have Circus Fantasy. This one, I think the bottle is so cute. It's light blue. It has the red gemstones. This came out when she did her Circus album. And this one, actually, I think this is my favorite of the fantasies. It's a really non-offensive light smell. So if you are working in an office, if you are a girl in high school, if you're in university, I think this is a fun everyday scent. Like, you don't want to be too in anyone's face, but you also just want to have something nice going on. So if you pass someone in the hallway, be like, damn girl, you smell fresh. It's like a fresh, sweet, raspberry icing in the wind. That's how I think of this scent. So light and sweet, and like, I always think of like a breeze, like, you know, when someone walks past you and then either they have this really disgusting smell or they have this really nice out of the shower fresh smell. This is like the second one, the good one. So I really like that one. And then my most recent purchase is the Britney Spears Intimate Edition Fantasy. This one actually really surprised me. When I saw the advertisements for this, I wasn't sure if it was a new fantasy or one of Britney's like, I just put it in a new bottle and I'm trying to make more money, you know, that kind of thing. But no, this is a different fantasy. At first whiff, I thought it was just the original fantasy. But listen. The top notes in this has lychee in it, or lychee, and that's what makes it similar to the original fantasy, as well as it's a bit fruity in the beginning with some citrus, like some lemon or violet. There's some florals in it as well. I said I wouldn't talk about scent notes, I'm sorry. But no, after the top notes, which I don't like that much in this, the middle notes, the heart notes, and the base notes are just beautiful. So put this on your skin. I guarantee you should give this a chance. It's like a warm, cozy blanket on a winter's day, or when the rain's dripping outside, when it's raining outside and you're reading a book and you're all cozied up in a blanket. That is this fragrance. I love it. I like wearing this after I take a shower, after I take a bath. It's just very soothing. So you should try it. Put it on your skin and wait 20 minutes, not the first whiff. Okay, 2 more Britney Spears, I promise. This is the Curious. I think every girl, okay, if you haven't had Fantasy, you've had Curious. This one is her oldest perfume. I think it came out 2003, 2005, something like that. The 100ml comes with the spray pump, if you guys remember, and this one I have to throw out as well. I used to go through balls and balls of this, but this one, if you can tell, it's kind of yellowed out. I don't know if my camera will focus. I haven't filmed with this camera before. So I need to throw this one out. But it's a very, very nice white floral, but not an aggressive white floral. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, I am having a headache. This grandma is passing me. It's very nice. It's a good first fragrance, I think. And the last Britney Spears I own, I think this is my favorite Britney perfume, actually. From the ones I've smelled. This is the Radiance. It comes in this really cute bottle. When I first saw it, I thought this was the most tacky, like, little girl bottle, but I kind of grown to love it. There's another one as well, Cosmic Radiance. I haven't smelled that before, but this one is really, really... I love it. Sweet, fruity scent. Again, it's a little bit like this one, where you're just like, oh, I just came out of the shower. I smell so sweet and sexy and fruity. It's like that, but it's a bit more oomph. Like, it's not as light. It's a bit more fruity. Okay, next I'm going to talk about my Paris Hiltons. I think Britney has some really good fragrances, but I think, even though I'm not the biggest Paris Hilton fan, sorry Paris, she has great fragrances. I don't know if she develops them or her team or them together, but whoever is making these fragrances has a good eye. except the first one. The first one I'm going to show you is Paris Hilton Heiress. I've had this such a long time, but I never use it. It's just so boring. It's very bubblegum, sweet, like maybe for a younger girl you would really like this, and it's very light, so you have to like, splash it on like a body spray. So for a younger girl you might really love this, but for me I think not a win, it's a miss. The next one I have is Siren. This is actually contrary to the Heiress one. This is one of my favorite, oh my god, favorite fragrances. It also reminds me of my fiance because when I first met her I was wearing this all the time. But anyway, I've gone through like 3 bottles of this, and for me to go through 3 bottles it must mean I really like this. It's a great sexy everyday scent, very great for summer, very fresh. Smells like, you know those bougie hotels, like the Ritz-Carlton, and you just got out of the shower and you're just chilling on the balcony? Like that's the scent, like a bougie ass hotel when you're like in a sexy expensive outfit. I know that makes no sense, but yeah. My third Paris, I've had others in the past, but these are the ones that have stayed in my collection. This one I cannot recommend enough. This is Paris Hilton's Tease. Okay, I have gone, oh my gosh, I'm dying. I have gone through at least 5 bottles of this. This scent is to die for. You would never, ever think this was a celebrity fragrance. I love this fragrance, and I'm surprised no one really talks about it because on my skin, it's the sexiest, muskiest, fruitiest, like, oh, I think I might insert some scent notes here because I don't even know how to describe this. But for going out, or if you just want to smell sexy, like, I think for nighttime this is the best, but so sexy, musky, inexpensive. I think you can find this online for 20 quid. It's great. It smells expensive, is beautiful bottle, it'll look great in anyone's collection. No one will know it's Paris Hilton. It's great. I recommend this. If out of all of them you want an inexpensive perfume that smells sexy, get this one. You can't forget Christina. This is Christina Aguilera by Night. Oh, this one smells very sexy as well. I think this is a good nighttime scent, like a summer night. It kind of reminds me of suntan lotion. I know that sounds really weird, but suntan lotion with sandalwood mixed together. And just, I don't know, it just reminds me of a sunset, like after sunset when it's like twilight and when there's only a bit of light left in the sky and when it's getting a bit cooler. I know my descriptions make no sense, but this smells amazing. Personally, I think I like the original Christina Aguilera a bit more for like everyday wear, but I wore that way too much in 11th grade when I was 17, and now when I smell it, just reminds me of high school, and I don't really want to be around any of that. So check out Christina Aguilera by Night if you want something not really offensive, but something kind of sexy for nighttime, but that's not as much in your face. Tease is a bit more in your face, the last one, but this one's really good too. I have one more celebrity fragrance I forgot about. This one is the Fancy by Jessica Simpson, and this one is just pure caramel, warm salted caramel, cozy blanket in the winter, vanilla. If you like sweet fragrances, but not like just like cotton candy, but like more vanilla caramel sweet, you will love this. Next one I'm going to talk about is the Cool Water for her. I also have the one for him. I bought this for my fiance, and she's a girl, but she sometimes I just like when she wears men's cologne because it's just sexy. And who doesn't like men's cologne? I sometimes spray this on my pillow too, don't tell anyone. Yeah, but this is the one for her. This one is great if you like a bit more of a masculine scent. Like, again, it's that fresh out of the shower smell, but more cologne-y. Like, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, this one just smells like a bit of a lighter version of the cologne. And also, it's an eau de toilette, meaning it's not an eau de parfum, meaning it's not as strong anyway. So I think This is just a milder version of the cologne, but it smells really sexy. Like, I can't, like, if you know Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue, how that one's a bit more masculine, this one's kind of the same. It's like sexy, but a bit more masculine, not super feminine. The next one I have is just a tiny one of the Escada Marine Groove. I bought this on eBay because, as most of you know, Escada releases limited edition fragrances every summer, and I think there's a few that stay in the collection, but most of them get discontinued. And I remember when this came out in 2008, I loved this. I went to Hawaii with my dad, and I sprayed this all the time, and that's what it reminds me of, Hawaii. This is a summer scent in a bottle. This is holiday. This is a pina colada in your hand on the beach, not working, not studying. That is this fragrance. If you want to feel that vibe, get an Escada fragrance. And that one's Marine Groove. Next ones, I have my Juicy Couture's. I have the original Juicy Couture by Juicy Couture, and I bought this on a whim online because I remember smelling it like 10 years ago and liking it. But when I sprayed this, you guys are gonna laugh. Basically, if you want this scent but an inexpensive version, get Paris Hilton's Fairy Dust. It smells exactly like this scent. Fairy Dust has, I think, a top note of Prosecco in it, so it's a bit more like bubbly, but this one, it smells almost identical. They both have a lot of tuberose in it, so if you like white florals and tuberose, you're gonna like this. I think a lot of people don't like this one as much because this one is quite more floral, and the other Juicy Couture's are very sweet and girly and fun. But I do like this one, and surprisingly, I like white florals when it's raining. I know most people probably wear this in the spring or summer, but this one is very strong. Try to just spritz it like once, or like walk through it, or only spritz your wrist, because if you spray too much of this, you're gonna get a headache, so be forewarned. The next one is not so rare. This one is Viva La Juicy. I have used this up, unfortunately, but look how stinking cute this bottle is. I just had to keep it for the bow, for the memory, so I think I will definitely repurchase this when I throw some of my others out, because it is such a great scent. The next one I have is also a recent purchase. It's the Ted Baker Poly perfume. I adore this scent. I bought it without smelling it, and I didn't know if I'd like it, but this perfume, I think I really like fruity scents. This one is such a fruity, fresh, fun scent. It lasts about 5 hours. But when it does last, it stays strong on your skin, and it doesn't really fade into any other notes. Like, I feel like the top notes are the base notes, or I don't really smell the base notes very much. But this is just fruity and fun and like sorbet. And it's a very, very sweet perfume. It's like a rainbow sorbet. It's just a great daytime scent, but it's a bit more offensive if you're worried about that kind of thing. Speaking of the next one, this one is super offensive. This is Aquilina's Pink Sugar. Most of you girls have seen this. It turns yellow really, really fast. That doesn't mean it goes bad really, really fast. Personally, I love and hate this perfume. It's like a frenemy, arch enemy. I think it's great because it lasts a very long time. You get what it says. It's pink sugar. It's not that expensive. And it's a pretty bottle, but it's just so sweet, and sometimes I get a headache from this. I know a lot of people don't. I personally do. And it has a note in it. It's licorice, yeah. There's a note licorice in this, and it's so overpowering on my skin that I wear this and it just smells like pure licorice, and I can't smell it. I can't wear it. So for some people, it's fabulous. For me, not so much. The next one I have is the Tommy Girl, and this one is a classic, clean, beautifully fresh scent. Like, I'm out of the shower, but just literally like fresh and clean, like white bed sheets, freshly washed towels. It's just a very clean scent. This is great if you work in an office or are a nurse or work in a busy environment where you don't want to smell like too overbearing or like too offensive to people. This one's really, really great. The next one I have in my collection is the Black Opium by YSL. I only have a small one of this, but all girls like have been raving. Let me space it on. This is so nice. This is sexy. This is warm. This has like some coffee in it and chocolate and some woodsy notes. I think everyone should give this a go. It smells pretty good on everyone. It's very, very delicious. It's not my favorite, I have to say, but it's very nice anyway. The next one I have is the Calcedonia Lady Rock. I have lost the cap for this as well. My really good friend gave this to me actually like a few years ago, and I like the smell, but it's very spicy, and on me, I don't really, I can't really wear spicy fragrances. I don't know, it's just not really my thing. So I keep it in my collection because I like the bottle and it's nice of her, but not on my skin. This is the first perfume that I've ever bought or ever gotten from my mom. I was 10 or 11 and I've just reordered this because I was thinking about this the other day and I got some nostalgia and I just want to have it in my collection. This one is discontinued. It's very, very hard to find and it's quite expensive online, but it's the Oil Lily Spanish Rose. And this is just a really inoffensive, soft floral, but with some vanilla undertones. So it's not just a pure floral or pure tuberose. It's just kind of, I don't know, like a sweet, pretty girl in a pink dress on at a picnic. That is this scent. Very, very non-offensive, sweet and innocent.
Jesus, I thought I didn't have that many perfumes, but I guess I do.
The next one is the Vera Wang Princess. This was so popular in, God, what year was it? 2007? I remember everyone had this in middle school.
Except me, because I wasn't cool enough, and my mom said it was too expensive.
But now I have it, so come at me. Basically, this one is just a very, very, I love this scent. Vanilla, fresh, girly, not offensive, not too harsh, very, very nice scent. And it warms up differently. Wow, am I smelling the YSL? So much perfume. It warms up differently on everyone's skin, but I don't know, it's just a very good everyday scent. If you're looking for something everyday, girls or guys, and you're maybe in middle school or high school or university, I think this would be a great starting fragrance. And look, what we all used to do is put on the ring. Did anyone else used to do that? No, just me? Okay. Well, again, I didn't have it, so that's what I would have done. This was a brand that was really popular when I was in middle school, but I think she got bankrupt or something and the brand only exists online now. It's Betsy Johnson. Like, I've always wanted this perfume and I ordered it a few years ago actually, and it came with this really cute plastic cap. And this perfume, yeah, I think a lot of people love this or hate it. I remember wearing this once and my ex-girlfriend came to me and was like, "You smell like my aunt in Italy who's like 20 years older than me." So I think it is a more mature scent. It is quite spicy, but I kind of like it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've had it so long, or because I know the smell so long. But it is a nice scent. It's very strong. It'll last hours. Be careful with this one. Oh, my battery's low. Okay, the next one is Dior's Poison Girl. I don't actually reach for this one a lot, and I should because it is a lovely scent. It's like Hypnotic Poison's little sister, if you know that one. That one's very strong and syrupy and gourmand and luscious. And this one, I've smelled too many perfumes, I can't even smell anymore. But this one is basically, as I remember it, very sweet as well and not as intense. The next one I have, and the bow, I don't know if anyone else does this, but the bow like spins around. It's the Dior Eau de Parfum. But it's different in color than the one that's out now. The one that's out now is like pink, and there's a blooming bouquet one and whatever. This one is very strong, and this smells exactly like the Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. And that's why I don't wear this so much. I mean, I've used it up now, but it reminds me a lot of my mom because my mom loves Coco Mademoiselle. So if you like that one and you want an alternative or you want something similar, check this one out. Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. I don't know if they still sell this. I think maybe they discontinued it, but if they still have it, it smells just like Coco Morimoso. This is Victoria's Secret Love. This one smells amazing, fresh every day. You know, most Victoria's Secret smells are just like out of the shower, and I don't know how many times I said out of the shower in this video, so I apologize. But it's a very, very like clean, sweet fragrance. I actually got this, and my girlfriend uses it more than me, so I have given it to her, and it reminds me of her. This is Commitment. Oh shit. Sorry. This is Commitment by Otto Kern. This is another one, aside from teas, that I really recommend. It's very inexpensive. I got it online because it's a brand in Germany, and I don't live in Germany anymore, so this is sexy, so sexy, floral, nighttime. I don't know how to describe it, but if you're going out and you want to smell bomb AF, get this perfume. Inexpensive, check it out. Commitment from Otto Kern. Then I have this one, Wish by Copard. I got this from a friend as well, and the bottle is so cute, but I don't really like the smell. It's like very spicy again. I'm not a big spicy girl.
Well, I'm spicy, just not in perfume sake.
Yeah, this is from Marks & Spencer's, the Butterfly. I sometimes throw this in my bag. It's nice, it's just very floral, and I think I just bought it because the packaging was really cute. Again, don't do that, ladies. But yeah, very floral scent. This is actually my girlfriend's, again. It's the Lucky Million. I think there's a ladies one, but this is the boys one, I think, and it smells so sexy. I just, reminds me of her. I'm dying. I seem to have misplaced my last one. It's just a roller ball of the Victoria's Secret Tease perfume. I think that's my favorite in the Victoria's Secret line. Other than, you know, everyone's had Love Spell and Amber Romance and all of those. But the Tease one by Victoria's Secret, that one's fabulous. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my very, very long video. I hope I wasn't too weird or nervous in front of the camera. Again, I haven't done this in so long, especially without a viewfinder. I hope you found this enjoyable and maybe got some tips on some perfumes you want to try or not buy in the future. Anyways, have a great day, guys, and lots of love. Subscribe if you're new.